Hello everybody, welcome to exercise 3. In this exercise, we will learn the control flow statement of Python. I will introduce if, while, and for statements. First, let's see if statement. The if statement is used for conditional execution. To show you how the if statement works, I will build an autograder that converts numerical scores into A, B, C, and F. First, let's read from standard input. Let's say we enter 78 as our score. Let's check the data type of the score. Here we can see the type of score is string. We want our score to be a number, so I'll convert it into float. Now we can start writing the if statement. Let's say we convert scores above 60 to A, and we give everything else an F. We get an A. This autograder only gives A or F, which is not very useful. I'm going to add more functionalities to it, so it can convert scores into A, B, C, and F. To do this, we use the elif statement. With the else if statement, we can split our code into multiple blocks. Here, I split the code into 100 to 90, 90 to 80, 80 to 60, and 60 to 0, and everything else. So if someone enters -20 as the score, we will output an error message because -20 is not a valid score. Now I get C, because C is 78, which is between 80 and 60. In Python, 0 and none are also false, and all the other values are true. 0 is false. Next, I'm going to introduce loops. We can construct loops with while statement and for statement. Let's see while statement first. The while statement is used for repeated execution as long as an expression is true. It's used when we don't know the number of times to iterate beforehand. We can add else statement after while loop. When the loop is over, the code inside the else block will be executed. With keyword continue, Python will skip the rest of the suit and goes back to the testing expression. Here we can see, after continue was executed, the rest of the suit was skipped. That's why 3 is not printed. To terminate the loop, we use keyword break. When break is executed, Python will terminate the loop without executing the code inside else block. Finally, let's see for statement. The for statement is used to iterate over the elements of a sequence. For example, a string, tuple, or a list, or some other iterable object. For example, we have a list over here. With the for statement, we can iterate over it. Same as while loop, we can add else statement after the loop. If a loop contains another loop, we call these loops a nested loop. I will show you how nested loop works by printing a multiplication table. Let me explain this code. The outer loop for I in range 1 to 10. Range 1 to 10 means we start from 1 and we end before 10. So it's actually 1 to 9 because we end before 10. The inner loop range from 1 to I plus 1. So it's actually 1 to I because we stop before I plus 1. Okay, so let's see the first iteration. The first iteration, I is 1, and j is from 1 to 1. So the only thing we will print is 1 times 1 equals 1. And the second iteration, I becomes 2. And j is from 1 to 2. So we will print j, this one is j times I is 2. So the first iteration for j is 1 times 2. And the second iteration for j is 2 times 2. And when I equals to 3, j will range from 1 to 3. The first iteration for j would be j times I, 1 times 3 equals 3. And the second would be 2 times 3. The third would be 3 times 3. And so on until I equals 9. And when I equals 10, the loop is over. So we stop. Okay, this is the end of exercise 3. Thank you for watching.